Have you ever wanted to be hot all the time? Then the Ordovician time period is for you. Experience life to the hottest with Ordovician cruise lines. Come to the hot beaches of Gondwana. On the land, you can hike the magnificent mountains of North China. While on board, you can view the amazing fish and marine life. Or go on an underwater adventure while scuba diving. All for $125,000 per person. The globe then looks almost nothing like it does today, but that was back then. It happened this way because tectonic plate movements pushed the supercontinent of Gondwana south, made up of South America, Africa, Australia, Antarctica, and parts of Asia. Convergent plate boundaries caused mountain building to occur in what is now present-day eastern North America. During this time period, more complicated communities of organisms developed in the oceans. The first primitive land plants developed, barely even moss. Microscopic green algae in ponds and streams also appeared. The Ordovician time period was one of the coldest times in the last 600 million years of Earth's history because of the ice caps. The Ordovician time period ended with a mass extinction due to a possible ice age, and also volcanoes with an assist. This was the first great extinction in the history of life on Earth. There's definitely periodic extinctions of bacteria and single-celled life before the Proterozoic era. Plunging global temperatures accompanied by drastically lowered sea levels, this wiped out a huge number of groups of species. Although marine life as a whole recovered quickly by the start of the Silurian period. The first arthropods were in this time period, those being the trilobites. Animal time! In North America and Europe, the Ordovician time period was a time of shallow continental seas rich of life. Over the course of 25 million years or so, the number of marine groups of species around the world quadrupled, including new varieties of sponges, trilobites, arthropods, brachiopods, and echinoderms, or the earliest starfish. Now let's talk about the plants in the early Ordovician period. Trilobites were joined by many new types of organisms, including tubulate corals, strophominid, rhynchonid, and many new orthid brachiopods, bryozoans, planktonic graptolites, and conodonts, and many types of mollusks and echinoderms, sea fish, sea cucumbers, sea urchins, etc., including the ophiurids, or brittle stars, and the first sea stars. The trilobites stayed abundant. For most of the late Ordovician, life continued to flourish. Where are we dropping, boys? Probably in the mountains or some other place with high elevation where it's colder, but it doesn't really matter. It'll probably be stupid hot wherever you go. Climate back then was like this. The air temperature was about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The water was about 45 degrees Celsius, or 113 degrees Fahrenheit, so it was a bit toasty. The climate was stupid hot because of large amounts of CO2 in the atmosphere. Bring your shorts and t-shirts, and also the sunscreen. But at the end of the time period, ice caps and glaciers formed on the South Pole, so it got very cold. When did this period happen? It began 485.4 million years ago, following the Cambrian period, and ended 443.8 million years ago, being 41.6 million years long. FEISH time! Time to talk about the FEISH. Arandaspis and Astrospis were the two first jawless, light-armored prehistoric fish, measuring anywhere from 6 to 12 inches long, and kind of looks like giant tadpoles. The bony plates of the Arandaspis and other variants would evolve into later periods into modern fish, further reinforcing their basic vertebrate bodies. Some paleontologists also believe that numerous tiny, worm-like conodonts found in Ordovician sediments count as true vertebrates. If so, these may have been the first vertebrates on Earth to evolve teeth.